Let's get to it. My number 10. Before I realized there was the new year, new me, New Year's resolution, it was new school year, new me resolution. I loved the opportunity for a fresh start. All right, I do. And that's why I like the long summer vacation breaks. The 10 weeks were so great. All right, it was not too long, I don't think. Even though I don't know what I would do with 10 weeks off of work currently. I don't know what I do with myself, but having 10 weeks away was nice. It was just right. It was just right, right? You got September to June. That's 9 months of school, basically. 9 or 10 months of school. Now I got to count. So, no, it's 10. Yeah, 10 months of school, and 2 months off, basically, essentially. And it was just right. It was just the right amount. So you come back, another year older, another just leveled up in life feeling. And it was just always cool for that fresh opportunity to do better athletically, do better academically, do better socially, and so much more. So that's my number 10. I loved the fresh start aspect of back to school. My number 9, daily structure. I think one of the wildest things like that, I can't believe I just said that, but like summertime with nothing planned or whatnot, like it's like a fever dream. Like it doesn't feel real. And like I hate having nothing planned. I need to do more of having things with nothing planned, but like having nothing planned sounds wild to me. I do better with structure, and school gave me structure. All right, 10 weeks off of running around and doing whatever the heck you want is a recipe for disaster sometimes. All right, bad decisions made. It can get ugly. I actually enjoyed the daily structure, having a reason to wake up in the morning, and going through a day looking like a presentable human and kind of fit, like not like fitting in necessarily, but just being organized, just having something you're obligated to do. It's kind of nice. That's why I like it. I don't hate like work so much, because like when I'm off of work, like that, it's I don't know. It's nice to be off of work, but like also my whole day is like screwed up because all I know is the structure of my work day. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but daily structure is one thing that I miss. Reestablishing daily structure, more specifically, is my number 9. Number 8. All three levels: elementary, middle grade, high school. Loved the formation of the cafeteria crew. All right, that first couple weeks, you're in, probably even the first week. You see somebody you know, maybe a couple people you know, and you gravitate towards them. You try to mosey on in with their lunch table, and that cafeteria crew is very, I think, underappreciated retrospectively. All right, I remember all of my lunch tables. All right, I remember all of my lunch group crews, and obviously it wasn't at least we didn't have assigned seating. It was find people you like and go sit with them and make the most of it, and that's exactly what I did. All right, I had some great lunchtime crews, and friends were made, and those were your boys or your gals for the whole school year. So yeah, formation of the cafeteria crew. That's my number 8. Number 7, I like that easiness, that easing into new classes. Because a couple weeks down the road, they're already like heavy, exhausting, and nauseating to have to go to. But that first like week or two going back to school, I always liked it. I always liked the vibe. Like here's your textbook, and here, this is like the first day. Here's what your expectations are. Here's the school supplies that you need to get. So on and so forth. I always liked that feeling. I thought like most of the first lessons that we took up in our various classes were always a nice way. For history, I always loved that for high school, at the very least, ninth and 10th grade, we did world history. So we eased into it with the Neolithic Revolution and some of those other aspects. Writing was usually, I kind of don't remember that one, but math was usually something relatively easy before we started getting into wild, dumb crap that I have not used to date. But that easiness in the classes, those first homework assignments aren't usually too rough, too bad on you, and it's just right. So that's my number 7. Number 6, kind of like meeting some of the new teachers. All right, I always like meeting new teachers, and I've had a lot of great teachers, school teachers in my day. Maybe someday I'll give them a shout out on a video, the school teachers list instead of the life teachers list. But yeah, I don't know. You meet so many. Some of them are complete wackos, but some of them are really, really good people. And it's always exciting for me when I bump into one of them out in public. We talk, we catch up. They still remember me. I obviously still remember them. It is always nice. It is always nice. And these people, you're gonna have to deal with them for 10 months. So you better find a way to get it on their good side, so to speak. So that's my number 6 is the meeting new teachers. Number 5 is always meeting new friends. I think every single year of school that I had, I added one new friend in some instance. Like there was, I don't know, sometimes you'd be replacing a friend that you missed out on that just kind of moved away or whatever. But I don't know, there's always somebody you got closer to, whether it was you meet them in a new class, right? You're going to have to be with each other, so might as well chop it up, be pals for a year and get through it, and whatever happens after that happens. Forming a new lunch table, all right? Yeah, maybe 3 people that I know are at this lunch table, but there's maybe 1 or 2 that I've never met before, and these become people that you become fond of, become friends with. And that new friend smell is wonderful. And speaking of smells, my number 4 is that new school year smell. Legitimately, it is the cleanest that the school smells. It's within like a week or so that just the stank of children just overtakes everything. But I used to love heading into the classroom, and you could definitely tell that they went hard with the bleach and all the cleaning products. All right, the lunchroom smells great, and you just walk in and you're like, it's time. So yeah, that new school year smell. It's hard to describe without smelling it, but I think everybody kind of has an idea of what that smell is like, or they have their own interpretation of that smell. So that's my number 4. Number 3, seeing people that I haven't seen all summer. That's always a nice time too, because back in the day, before the cell phone, I didn't get my cell phone until 10th grade. No, well, yeah, it was kind of 10th grade, but I didn't have texting capabilities till a little bit later on. It was always nice when you bump into somebody you haven't seen in 10 weeks or so, and you say hello to them and just see how they're doing and see how much they've changed, and you have a brief conversation with them in passing in the hallway, all that stuff. It's always nice to reconnect like that, and especially back then too, when social circles, socializing is everything. Yeah, I always got really excited. I had my core group that I hung out with all summer long. I knew their phone numbers, all that jazz. But there was a lot of other good people that I only seen in school, and coming back to school was the only time I got to do that. So my number 2 is sports. I didn't start doing school sports until middle school, 7th grade. No, actually I lied, 8th grade. 8th grade with volleyball. All right, volleyball was a fall-time sport. Played that in 8th grade. All right, it was just really exciting to be a part of the team and get to wear the school volleyball jersey at school. That was always nice. And I started wrestling in 8th grade. And every year, started 9th grade, my fall sport was also volleyball. 10th grade was football. 11th and 12th grade were cross country. So I had something to look forward to every single school year that I came back into. But also, like, getting closer. Like, wrestling season was life for me. So we're that much closer to wintertime. And the new school year meant a new opportunity for me to do some cool things in a sport that I was actually really good at. So, yes, sports was always a really nice reason to be excited to go back to school. And my number one is back to school shopping. All right, that hype, that excitement. We're picking out, you get new shoes. All right, always awesome time. Like, for me, I only got clothes. I mean, I got really clothes 3 times a year. I never ever spent my own money on clothes. Christmas time, birthday, back to school. That was it. And I like clothes shopping, but it was always exciting to have a reason to get new clothes. But yes, you get new shoes, you get new shirts, new pants, new backpack was always exciting, especially in elementary school when you're picking out themed backpacks. The lunch box or the lunch pail, whatever the heck you had. I loved picking out the school lunch box. That might be something I have to explore at some point too. I remember I had so many cool things. But I remember the one year, I didn't even have a Nintendo, but I got a Mario Kart 64 lunchbox. And it had one of those 3D images on the front. You could move it, and it looked like it was moving. I loved that, and I missed that. It was just neat. All right, here's all the notebooks. Here's all your pens and pencils, scissors, glue sticks, whatever the hell you needed. You got Star Wars stuff. Like, but that was. I can't actually pick an era where that was the best in. Elementary school was fun, though, because of the themed stuff, because the licensed products that I used to get. High school was a little bit less of that. It was a little bit more straight and narrow, but the clothes shopping was always nice. But yeah, let's go to a mall and shop for a day and get your school clothes. And then we're going to go to Walmart or Kmart or something else and get the necessary school supplies. That was always good. So back to school shopping. That is my number one, and that is this.